Assalamualaikum and good evening to Mary Chamimi and to my fellow friends. Today I will present my final year project progress. This is my final year project title, which is Development of UiTM Bus Tracking Transport Mobile Application, and my supervisor is Dr. Suliati Yazari.
Okay, first let me start about my project background study. Transport or transportation is the movement of humans or goods from one location to another location and the various means by which such movement is accomplished. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica website, the growth of the ability and the need to transport large quantities of goods or number of humans over a long distance at high speed in comfort and safety has been an index of civilization in a particular of technological progress. But today, bus transport providers have a very weak information system for transport. Bus passengers do not know the exact time bus arrive, but they only know the expected time of arrival. Compared to the train or flight transport system, there is no proper system for the bus transport service to track all bus position and the actual arrival time at all bus stops. To solve these issues and strengthen the current bus service system, it is important to create and introduce a real-time bus tracking system. Bus location data is linked in a real-time with a real-time bus monitoring device and transmitted to a central transit information processing and extraction server. In this era of technological, inside the mobile application itself, tracking features are already invented that can monitor the location of the road, the location of the object according to its mobile application features. Next is problem statement. Preliminary investigation were done by conducting survey of 30 students currently studying in UiTM Shah Alam. Based on student surveys and observation from student UiTM Shah Alam, there are 3 problems that can be identified when student UiTM Shah Alam use the UiTM Shah Alam bus service. First is students have difficulties finding a UiTM bus inside the campus. Second, students have to wait a long time without acknowledging the location of the UiTM bus. And third, UiTM bus schedule do not follow the set time given. And this is the result of survey that have been conducted on 28 December 2020. The problem statement has been confirmed by surveys involving 30 respondents from different faculty who are UiTM Shah Alam campus students. The survey showed that 90% of the respondents had difficulty locating a UiTM bus inside the Shah Alam campus. Plus, the findings show that only 6.7% of students wait about 5 to 10 minutes for the bus. Although the amount waiting for the bus is 50% and 20% for 15 to 30 minutes and 30 minutes above. The fact that most students usually wait more than 15 minutes for the bus and not in efficient manner can explain this outcome. Next, objective of this project is first to identify the requirement of UiTM bus tracking transport mobile application. Second, to design the UiTM bus tracking transport mobile application. And third, to develop the UiTM bus tracking transport mobile application. The scope of this project is focusing on the UiTM Shah Alam campus, and the target user consists of two, which are student and the bus driver. The application covered all the external places of the UiTM Shah Alam campus, which were tracked by the Global Positioning System (GPS). For this project significance, there are expected outcome that will produce, which is UiTM shall allow students enable to track and live monitoring the location of the bus driver. When the student is waiting for the bus and the bus stop, they did not know the exact location of the bus. The bus may be delayed without their acknowledgement. With this application, the student can keep on track of the location of the bus driver. Students also don't need to take long time to wait for the bus because with the application, they can estimate the time taken for the bus driver arrive at the bus stop. In chapter 2, this slide will contain about the project literature review. This chapter 2 contains an explanation of the literature review for this project. The literature review contains on articles, journals, books, and information collected various methods that is used for the develop the UiTM bus tracking transport mobile application. Area of interest of this project is bus transportation service. Bus transportation service is very way, but without a good bus management system, bus services may not fully utilized. In our country, majority bus service providers are not performing real-time bus tracking. They only provide a scheduled timetable which is not accurate in real time. According to Saif Mario Zefreh and Torok in 2018, every institution has its public transport facilities such as van and bus in high institution setting. Ensuring the mobility of students on campus at public universities has become a concern of university administrators. However, when the capability of transport infrastructure did not meet the demand, this can cause an increase in waiting for time and congestion in public transport and street. Next, UiTM Bus Tracking Transport will develop use the mobile application development. Recent study claim that there are several types of mobile application. Mobile application is classified into different categories which are native application and hybrid application. According to Ko and Jahid in 2016, the hybrid mobile application is the combination of native apps and web application mobile apps. This type of program can be accessed through the hardware of the phone and has cross-platform compatibility. Also, this project will be related with mobile operating system. Mobile operating system are known as software that allows smartphone, personal digital assistant (PDA), and other devices to run the application features, programs, and add-ons application of a smartphone. There are many operating systems that are mainly available for the smartphones such as Google Android, Apple iOS, Microsoft Windows Mobile, and so on. Next, there are several existing systems with this project. That I choose existing application that similar to this project is University Tun Hussein On Malaysia UiTM Shuttle Bus Tracking System. Next, Rice University Bus Tracking System located at Texas, USA. And then Bus Monitoring System Polyline Algorithm, University of Pune, Nasik, India. Also, this application has common functionalities and features such as map, navigation, travel time, and live monitoring. And last, the system methodology that will implement in prototype methodology. In order to create a good product, software developers have to understand clearly and correctly what the user desire to fulfill their expectation toward how the end product will be created. According to D.Y. Kim in 2019, the prototype approach for better understanding between developers and users in use to overcome these difficulties. The method of prototyping makes the process of production shorter than the conventional approach and thus reduce the cost necessary. There are three phases which are system requirement analysis, system testing, and implementation. In Chapter 3, we'll be brief about project methodology. In this Chapter 3, we'll explain the methodology used in this project. For each process, the chapter also addressed comprehensive tasks, what was delivered, and how all this have achieved the project goals. Figure above show the prototype method phase. There are four phases. First, preliminary investigation. Second, requirement investigation and analysis. Third, design, and last, implementation. And the table below explain what the activity was accomplished, what the project was deliverables during the proposal, and the target for this project. In phase 1, preliminary investigation, the project preliminary investigation process is intended to identify existing issues and provide an efficient and acceptable solution. The question needs to be understood as a whole and to figure out what the roots of this problem is. The deliverable in this process is project proposal, survey question, and result also problem statement. The second phase of the approach for project is investigation and analysis of requirement. The activity is carried out in this stage to achieve the first objective of the project, which is to define the UiTM bus tracking transport mobile application requirement. Third phase is design. This move is to achieve the second goals of the UiTM bus tracking transport mobile application project. In this stage, the application design is generated based on final version of the prototype from the previous stage. At the end of this phase, all the design related such as database and user interface design is documented in software design documentation (SDD). And the final product is produced from the previous design process based on the final design, which is implementation. The deliverable of this stage are the UiTM bus taking mobile the UiTM bus taking mobile transport application itself, accessible from the Android phone of the customer. The ultimate aim of the project is to create the UiTM bus tracking transport mobile application.
Next, this slide shows the current progress task that I have already started, which is develop the user interface and the database for the bus driver and the student. I used the Android Studio Kit in order to create compile package and the application. And this project are using the Java language. And this is the real-time database that used to capture the data input from the mobile application, which is called Firebase. Firebase is an API that are provided by Google and it is free. For the project progress, complete tasks that already made is problem identification, which is from chapter 1, and data collection that were done by doing survey of student UiTM Shah. In progress tasks, I already start system development and system design by using Android Studio Kit and Firebase. For the future tasks, after the system are fully developed, I will do a system testing, documentation, and lastly system implementation.
That's all for me. Thank you.